Committee meeting to order, please.
Oh, wow.
And the first thing I need is approval of last month's meeting.
So moved.
Supervisor Legg, accepted by, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
Right.
Did you get that, girl?
Yeah, whatever.
Any questions or discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Approved? Carried.
My wife forgets my name, too.
I'm sorry, Jim. All right, we'll turn it over to Amy then.
Thank you, Mrs. Frazier. My first item is a resolution that I've requested to amend the actuarial services contract that we recently approved with SG Risk. This is the actuary for the workers' comp program. After receiving the 2016 report, the county treasurer would like to do this like an annual update, so it's like a mini study every year. The fee, they said, would not exceed $2,000, so I'm asking that we amend that contract to do that annually.
All right, a motion by Supervisor Seaver, second. Supervisor Montesi, any discussion? All those in favor?
Before.
Aye.
Every
Opposed?
other year.
Okay, I want to make sure, okay. We're not doing so well here today. Sorry about that. What'd you say? We got behind, I guess. All right, number 2, Amy.
The next one is a resolution to enter into an agreement with Lemire Johnson and Higgins for legal services related to the self-insurance plan. An RFP was issued due to our purchasing policy. 3 proposals were received. The incumbent, Lemire Johnson and Higgins, was determined to be the lowest price. We have a long-standing relationship with them, and so I'm asking you to approve this. And this is actually, it's a 2-year with options to renew 2 more times, so 6 years before we would go out again if we're happy.
Okay, a motion by Supervisor McDevitt, second by Supervisor Brock. Any questions or discussions? Is everyone aware of what this particular agreement deals with? And sometimes I think we approve these things and we're really not sure. I guess my thing, it has to do with somebody's like misusing this. How exactly does it work, Amy?
Workers' comp claims have a hearing process.
Right.
And we have, as the workers' comp plan, the self-insurance fund has always hired outside counsel to handle those hearings and legal matters, the litigation related to workers' comp claims. It may not be any negative litigation. It may be simply awards due or issues that are we have a difference of opinion about. So Lemire Johnson and Higgins handles those in front of the workers' comp law judge for the self-insurance plan.
Okay.
It's
Good.
on a case-by-case basis, so the legal fees are charged back to the case,
Right.
which then gets charged back to the employer, municipality that that person belongs to.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried.
My number 3 is a resolution requested to approve updates to the municipal center and the human services building's emergency action and response plan. As you know, several years ago we've updated these a couple of times. We have emergency action plans where we train our employees, and we have a plan of action if we have a bomb threat or an active shooter or a fire emergency. So I routinely go through those and update them. This year is very clear that the protocols have changed from lockdown to run, hide, fight. So that's a pretty big change on my end. I'm going to have to retrain all the employees on that. And we also added a suspicious mail policy. Other than that, they were pretty much housekeeping updates. So with your approval, and if it goes to the board for approval, we will then retrain the employees and then exercise this new plan.
Okay, a motion?
I'll introduce it. I do have a question.
Okay, just a minute. Second to the motion then? Supervisor Seaver? All right, go ahead, Ron.
Now, you do it for the employees, but what about, it says on a lockdown, run, hide, and fight. What about the Board of Supervisors?
You are employees,
Yeah, I mean...
and we have in the past done training before the board
Okay.
meeting. We did do an initial training. That is happy to do training anytime that you'd
Well, I
like
mean,
to come to training.
the board changes almost every 2 years.
I agree.
so it's-
I agree.
There are a lot of people that wouldn't want us to be protected.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right. And do we have to designate who's going to be the one that fights?
You go first.
Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. And I guess if you want us to have Amy set up a meeting, we just have to let her know when we would like her to, Ron?
She just said that she'd do it before a board meeting, just give us a run-through.
I don't think it's a bad idea,
Yeah.
so maybe we should look into...
It'll take me some time to get the PowerPoint and the training run through. We'll have open enrollment kind of for employees, because we'll
Right.
retrain all the employees in the building. We'll also have an online video option, like we do now, that will be updated. But anytime, any kind of training, we can work it out, according
Okay.
to whatever schedule you guys would like.
Great, thank you. All right, next.
And number 4, have a resolution requested to create a new position of self-insurance specialist. My office, as you know, has just 3 people, and we have a retirement at the end of October of an employee that's been in the position of an account clerk. So this is a good time, I thought, to reorganize the department, hopefully make it a little more efficient and align the job duties more with the appropriate titles. I'm asking that this be done as of January 1st of 2018. So our account clerk will retire. We'll have a couple months to kind of get our hands around everything and reorganize, and that'll impact my budget a little less upon our accrual payouts. And I'm coming to you now to ask for this because I'd like to be able to get it on the civil service radar and get a test so we could actually interview valid candidates and not have to offer it as, you know, that provisional if you pass the test thing. The difference in salary between an entry level, this is a grade 12, this did exist in the department before this individual came in, and the existing employee is about $1,600, but with new employees we pay less in their health insurance and retirement, so I'm thinking maybe we'll even see a savings for this. This will also help me with succession planning. I will have 35 years here and be 55 in a little over 6 years. I'm not saying what that means, but you can interpret it. So this, I'm looking for someone who's real strong in the property and casualty and can do a lot of those tasks. That will free me up a little more for safety, so I can really enhance our safety program. And then when I leave, it'll leave a little more history in the office to help keep it going, and you can fill appropriately.
We do, yes. I need someone to bring that motion to the floor. Supervisor Montesi, seconded by Supervisor Brock. Any discussion? I think Amy's done a great job of laying it all out for us as to why she wants this, but does anyone have any questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
That's all I have.
All right, thank you very much, Amy.
And Amy, thank you for the update on the incident rates and all that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Joanne, we're ready.
I'm just requesting an amendment to our fleet policy. It's a very minor adjustment. We historically had our fleet vehicles delivered to the DPW shop in Winsburg. However, there seems to be some confusion with our departments and with the shop. And I had met with Julie Butler and Frank Morehouse, and we came to the conclusion that if the vehicles were delivered here at the municipal center, Frank is our fleet manager, and he can go through the vehicles and do pretty much everything, and then get them licensed and brought up to the shop to be decaled and taken care of, inspected, and then they would be delivered to the department. So that's all we're doing is changing the delivery to the municipal center instead of the DPW shop. And those changes are reflected here with cross-ups and underlines.
Right, I can see that. All right, would someone like to bring that to the floor? Supervisor Brock, second by Supervisor McDevitt. Any questions, comments?
Frank is okay with this?
Yes, I met with them.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone on the committee have anything that they want to bring forth? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Second by Supervisor Seaver. All right, thank you.
So,
Pop up.